Now, I want to just go over, I made this huge list of possible compulsivities. The World Health Organization says events, experiences, or things. A lot of the rest of us see it as a lot wider than that. For example, you can become compulsive with thought processes. Thought processes. Let me give you an example of a compulsive thought process. Worrying. There are people who are addicted to worrying. And the worrying can have life consequences. Nobody wants to be around them after a while. They disrupt all the intimacy in their family because they're worrying all the time. And anytime you're with them, they're worrying. Their life is a quest for the whole, not the donut. They are the people who, I remember I got a brand new car one time, and I was so happy about it, and I showed it to this friend of mine, and he said, "Look at that scratch over there on the left fender." Don't you love people like that? They find the one tiny scratch on your car. Their life is a quest for dung, as it were. It's just, they'll find what is bad about it rather than what is good about it. And that is a learned addiction. That is a learned addiction. It's a thought process. And look, like all addiction, remember what I said addictions are about? Managing feelings. Now, we think of addictions as like heroin addicts or alcoholism, mood altering. But you see, an addiction is basically a distraction. It's a distraction. It's not just a mood altering to have a euphoric feeling. It may be mood altering to have no feeling at all. Or it may be mood altering not to have a painful feeling. Okay? For example, people are addicted to, I was an intellectual for years. I studied philosophy. I had a master's degree in philosophy. If you came up and talked to me 20 years ago, I'd talk about Sicher of Brabant and Alcaire of Clairvaux, the pseudo-Augustine, and Hegel and Fichte and Schelling and all the German philosophers. Who wants to hang around a guy like that? The stuff was kind of hard to work into conversation, but what I could do is avoid ever being in feelings. I'd always be intellectualizing. I was addicted to intellectualizing. Now, I've taught in several universities, and a bunch of addicts are hanging around those universities. They're addicted to intellectualizing. They're just abstract all the time. You never know where they are. Used to have a professor in Toronto. I'd walk by that guy every day and say hello. He never once saw me. It was, "How you doing?" Never once saw me. I don't know where he was most of the time, but he was abstracted. Now, people